Hello, my name is Andrea Powell, and this is my presentation on Harvey Smokey Daniels. Harvey Daniels has been a city and suburban public school teacher, a university professor, a classroom consultant, writer, and a book editor. He has written 18 books on literacy, language, literature, and school change. And now he works with elementary and secondary teachers in the United States, Canada, and Europe, offering lessons, workshops, and consultations. He focuses a lot on creating, sustaining, and renewing student-centered inquiries and discussions. He shows other teachers or colleagues how to build students' reading strategies, balance their reading diets, and strengthen the social skills that they need to become genuine lifelong readers. And he has several goals throughout all of this work that he does today. He wants to bring life to educational standards, which we'll get more into later. And he also wants to make classrooms places of curiosity, engagement, collaboration, knowledge building, caring, and taking action for social justice. One of his books exemplifies his goal to bring life to educational standards. He wrote a book with Nancy Steinecke called Texts and Lessons for Content Area Reading. He writes, "To have any hope of kids investing fully in the subject matter, we have to start by evoking their curiosity and get them interested in the topic. Engaging students cannot wait. If we wait for the fun stuff that might pop up later, the kids will already have jumped ship." This is a book that helps students get talking, compiling lessons that match reading strategies that you can use. An example of the work that he's done is shown in this video of when he was at a demonstration, and he talks a little bit about that. So here we can watch him.
We really like to have these Heinemann workshops feel like a retreat, that people have gone off to a special place where they're a little bit separate from the everyday concerns. Today we're doing a workshop on content area learning, and it has three parts: comprehension, collaboration, and inquiry. And we began the day with me modeling a little bit, because we're always trying to encourage teachers to share their passion with their kids and things that they're studying and learning about and interested in. So I did a little segment about the Pueblo Indians, which I'm learning about in my new home in New Mexico. And then we go straight into these three big chunks. First thing is talking about comprehension, about how kids acquire the strategies they need to make sense of nonfiction text, which is what content area reading really is. What would be a better way to start talking about comprehension than to go try to comprehend something? A lot of times the questions at the end of the chapter, they're just in the same order they are in the book. They're in bold type, right? And all it has to do is hover over and pluck out things. Then we move on. We spend some time talking about how do we get kids to collaborate, work productively and effectively and trustworthily in groups of 2, 3, 4 students. Behaviorists, cognitivists, a third person nature, developmentalists, whatever learning theory you subscribe to, they all agree on one thing. The one thing they agree on is, in order for kids, students, or learners to internalize and remember information, they must act on it. This is called your sign-in. This is your sign-in. This paper is going to travel around the day.
That's a little taste of what he really feels is important, and that's what he talks about in his workshops. Comprehension, collaboration, and inquiry are huge. I noticed that when looking at his website, he talked a lot about that. So to continue, now he is working as a national consultant and author on literacy education, so continuing in his work that he started on that. Some notable things that he has done already, beyond writing all of the books that he's been working on, are leading and teaching about student book clubs. He has really sparked interest in startups for book clubs in a lot of schools, and he has one book called it's written about the book clubs, called Literature Circles voice and choice in book clubs and reading groups. And then he also has another book called Mini Lessons for Literature Circles. He also was awarded with the 2012 Conference on English Leadership Exemplary Leader Award. So it was said of him that he's an extraordinary teacher leader whose writing, presentations, and professional development work define a model for teaching and leadership development based on research, best practice, common sense, trust, and respect. He also started a summer retreat in 1989 where teachers could attend to get help creating their classrooms to be experiential and active through increased levels of choice and responsibility, which leads to higher student achievement. Now he has moved to Santa Fe, New Mexico, where he lives with his wife, who teaches at a community college. You can connect with Smokey at twitter.com /SmokeyLit. And we can actually go there right now just to take a quick look at it. It's pretty interesting. It's really recent. He's very active on Twitter. So you can see here he calls himself Smokey, and he says, I work with kids and teachers on student-centered, inquiry-based learning and write books with great colleagues. One post that I thought was one tweet that I thought was particularly interesting was the one from December 21st that he retweeted. Oh, let's see. Yeah, right here. It's an article about how important it is to care about our students and how that leads to making the Common Core standards really effective and implementing them in a way that creates really meaningful learning. So there are just a lot of different kind of resources and inspirational things to help us develop as educators that just part of social media. What is really cool about that is we all know that it can help us combine our ideas and collaborate more. So that's really cool. And that's why I definitely wanted to include his Twitter account on here, just in case anyone wanted to check